Hello Scorpio, welcome to your year ahead forecast for 2019. Thank you for joining me. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising signs. Let's take a look at your oracle cards for the upcoming year. I drew a spirit animal because I wanted you to embody the spirit of this animal for the coming year. You drew the wolf spirit, turning knowledge into wisdom. Now with this one, very much an energy of asking you to take all that you've learned and all that you are learning and making it yours. Can you integrate this learning into your body, mind and spirit? Whatever lessons you've learned along the way, do not leave them unexamined. Very much an energy here of also, when wolf spirit appears, you're being told not to pretend you know something when you don't. So you won't impress anyone with a little bit of knowledge. In fact, you may rob yourself of a true experience and education if you tell yourself you are done learning or you don't have to know something. Be open, be humble, be teachable, and the world will open itself up for you. So with this one, it's very much an energy here of not being closed off to learning. Now, for your Druid plant oracle, you have pulled the card of Mint. Now, I like this one for you, Scorpio, because it's about clarity, which I feel knowledge into wisdom. Clarity, concentration, and renewal. You know, mint was traditionally used to aid concentration and digestion, and we sometimes use it today for digestion. Today we often need to process a vast amount of information, and our concentration is challenged by a million distractions. So choosing this card may indicate that you're entering a period where you need to focus carefully on what is currently happening in your life. It could well be that a renewal or a freshness will appear in a relationship or project that you hadn't expected, and to profit from this you will need to be attentive. So very much an energy here of needing to focus. Now, as your overall energy, it's interesting because from the Oracle of Mystical Moments, you pulled the Art of Seduction. This one speaks of love, womanhood, passion, and seduction. You see this elegantly dressed couple here, the woman close to the man as she whispers something in his ear. Is she talking about love? What kind of secrets is she telling him? The woman is aware of her powers of seduction. She uses her femininity, beauty, and passion. She tempts all of his senses, from the scent of a fragrant bloom to a soft touch on his cheek. There is incredible power in her gentle words and delicate caress. So I'm wondering, Scorpio, if there's not something that you need to learn about seduction. Perhaps you have been seduced by someone. Perhaps you're seducing someone. So with that, it's about clarity of thought. Now what I'm going to do here with the YouTube reading is I'm going to do a general overview of the upcoming year, and then in my Vimeo channel I'm going to do the month by month forecast. So if this is resonating with you and you find you want to know more, please click on the link below and that will take you directly to my Vimeo channel where you'll see the month by month forecast for 2019. Okay, so let's get started here on your general. I've already meditated on your energy, Scorpio, so I'm going to cut the cards. And let's focus on lessons that you've learned in 2018, what you can expect in 2019, a challenge that you'll face in 2019, how to harness your inner strength or your inner power. Next card will suggest the lessons that you've learned in 2018, guidance for the 2019, the year ahead, and let's see what the overall theme for next year is going to be. Okay, Scorpio, this is exciting. Let's see what you have. The Five of Pentacles in reverse. Well, I really like that because, Scorpio, it means that you've got no place to go but up. Now with this, you may have spent the majority of 2018, or perhaps even longer, feeling that you're lacking in some way. It could have been rejection, loss of any kind, love, career, a job, perhaps even family. But 2019 is going to be a better year for you, Scorpio. It does speak of improving conditions after hitting that rock bottom, coming out of struggle and adversity, and seeing the way ahead with more optimism. So let's see. I want to have a look and see what your lesson was from 2018. The World. So it was about closing out an old cycle so that you can begin a new one. The World speaks of completion. Now, the thing with the World is, once you reach this energy, it does start the journey again. So I do feel it is an ending to a particular phase of your life so that you can start a new one. I see it is about closing out something that its time was finished. There was no reason to keep putting energy into this. I feel with this one, it's in order for you to achieve success, you needed to get that closure, to complete a cycle, so that you can come out of this feeling of lack or rejection. Let's see what 2019 has in place for you. The Eight of Wands. So the pace is going to start to pick up. Things are going to start happening for you. So you may have felt a little bit stuck perhaps, like there is an obstacle to get over in 2018, but I see that changing. It's about speed and movement and also communication. Now let's see what is a challenge that you'll face in 2019. Okay, the Seven of Pentacles. So slow. Although you want things to happen quickly, I feel like there's an energy of slow and steady wins the race for you, Scorpio. And I also see a challenge for you will be making reassessments of where you put your time, what you put your effort into, where you invest energy. Because I feel whatever this was didn't pay off. And I feel like what you're going to do in the coming year is only put energy into something that is actually going to pay off, or you feel is going to pay off. But a challenge for you will be recognizing that if you put the hard work in, if you dedicate yourself to and you apply yourself, don't expect things to happen too quickly. Very much an energy here of slow and steady for you. But I do feel that there's going to be movement. It's just tempering your expectations, not expecting everything to, not expecting you to get out of this place in a flash, because it's going to take some time. Now let's take a look at the strength, or how to harness your strength. The King of Swords, and I like that as a strength for you, Scorpio, because it means that whatever decisions that you're making, you're doing so fairly, justly. You're coming up here as someone who is acting out of their own personal truth, acting with integrity, and very much coming from an objective or logical point of view. You're not letting emotions cloud your judgments. You're making very clear decisions, and this is going to be a strength for you. I see it as a card of wisdom too, of authority. Recognizing your strength is your wisdom and your ability to communicate well. Now when it comes to your advice, let's take a look. Lessons that you've learned in 2018. The Two of Pentacles. I can't help but think that you may have bitten off more than you could chew in 2018. It left you feeling unbalanced. You took on too much. And for you, it's about getting the balance back in your life, especially when it relates to what you put your effort into. For some of you, this will be about a work environment. Others, it will be about a relationship, or perhaps even both. But when it comes to your lesson that you've learned, I feel like you've learned how to deal with things. You found a better way to cope through life's stresses. You haven't, whereas in the past, I feel like you may have become somewhat, I want to say, unable to cope with life's ups and downs. I feel like you're getting to the place where you can be more stable if things don't go your way. Now let's take a look at your guidance for the year ahead. The Fool. So it's embodying that spirit of enthusiasm when starting new projects, new beginnings, trusting as well. It's very much a card of almost blind trust, really, trusting in the unknown, trusting in your own wisdom when it comes to making decisions as well. But I like the energy. It means things are getting better for you, Scorpio. You're coming out of that dark place of feeling that you're lacking in some way. You suffered a loss in 2018, or perhaps even earlier than that, and it's something that you found it difficult to overcome. But I do feel that you've learned a lesson here where you can complete out that cycle that you were in, start fresh, start over, move out of a situation that was not working for you. And I do feel the challenge is really where you're going to put your effort, because for you it's only about the payoff. But another good thing that I see is that you're learning how to cope more with life's ups and downs, the vicissitudes of life, and embodying the spirit of the Fool. I feel like you're going to start over again, and you're going to get that vitality back that was lacking last year. It is about, for you, the wolf spirit, turning that knowledge into wisdom. Now, with the Art of Seduction and the Five of Pentacles in reverse, I can't help but feel that you may have been tempted by a situation that left you feeling rejected. But with wolf spirit as your spirit animal, I love that for 2019 for you, Scorpio. Really a really nice energy. Don't close off yourself to learning about the situation, because I think that this is what's giving you the power to close out the cycle and move forward. Very much an energy here of an auspicious omen. I get the wolf spirit is an auspicious omen of being truly in alignment with your destiny. And it's from gaining wisdom. You know, I see you here, your strength is becoming wiser about this situation. I see it as setting yourself free. Setting yourself free from the trap of whatever this was. I pick up for some of you, you will have fallen I don't want to say fallen prey, but it kind of is that energy, to someone who may have used you for their own ends, for their own needs, selfish needs. Someone seduced you with, well, a bunch of lies, I think, and it led you to this place where you felt perhaps a sense of inadequacy and certainly a sense of lacking in some way. But this is not you, and this is what I think that you're gaining wisdom about. Someone left, I think you bit off more than you could chew with someone here, and they left you feeling a sense of imbalance. But there's a sense here of things turning around and you finding new ways to cope, and it's through gaining knowledge. Now with the card of Mint, I do pick that up as clarity. So for you, that's the main thing. And clarity is a quality that's worth cherishing. Now, it may indicate that you've lost that characteristic in the past and you need to focus on bringing it back into your life. Being clear-headed. Ask yourself what you need to do to regain that feeling of clear-headedness and see if you can take steps towards this. Perhaps walking in nature, eating the right foods. It indicates a loss of focus, so I feel like it's time to refocus your energy on clear-headedness and seeing things very clearly, whereas in the past I think you were somewhat confused by perhaps some fantasy, someone who had an energy of seduction around them. So we'll see where this goes in the in-depth reading. Please join me there if this is resonating. The link is below in the descriptions box. I hope that you join me there, and that will be on my Vimeo channel. It'll be another 45-minute or to an hour reading. They've been going a little bit long, but I hope that you join me there. It'll be a month-by-month reading, quite in-depth. And I wish you all the best for 2019 here, Scorpio. And thank you very much for your likes and your shares and being supportive of my channel, and I'll be continuing next year, and I hope that you will continue to join me and let's go on this journey together. So I will speak to you soon, Scorpio. Bye for now.